Hello, welcome to the Degenerates Sports Show. Phenomenal
Sounds about
name.
right.
Co-host by option, family by choice. Got my brother Wes here with me. Basically, talking all sports besides MLB. We'll talk about UFC if it comes up, or if it's worth talking about. I feel like that's a great way to put it. So, I think we should just hop straight into it because this week was a lot more action-packed than I think anybody expected it to be. Yeah, Wes, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, this one is not really anything big, but this is just my opinion. Why are the Knicks kind of entertaining to watch? They're a possible playoff team at this point.
They're winning.
Like they've had a
Something I didn't think I was ever going to be able to say again.
like I think that they might have actually had a better start to the season than the Nets.
Um,
Like close.
the whole Kyrie Irving thing is a topic of itself, but the Knicks have good talent there. I mean, you got RJ Barrett, which still I'm not a huge fan of.
Well, he's been dropping
It,
numbers.
he's been putting up better numbers. He can't shoot the three at all. I mean, if he hits the three, good for him, but it's not consistent whatsoever. Everybody knows I'm a big Lonzo Ball fan, but couldn't hit the three until this year.
How's that going?
His backup is absolutely killing it, which is awesome for Pelicans fans, horrible for me. But Steven Adams, though, is picking it up on the bottom side.
I love Steven Adams. He's literally the only
Absolutely.
reason I root for him. I don't know why he's just so entertaining to watch, and like just see. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Just setting absolute picks.
Yeah. By the way, Knicks is one of those teams that usually I'll go back and look at all the scores and stuff. But the Knicks, if I have time, I legitimately go back and I go and watch the game, which is super nice.
Yeah. Which I've quit even watching whole games, which I'm to the point where I'm so busy and everything that I'm watching highlights and the worst of the games to kind of get the best of both worlds to put it together.
Yeah. Well, the problem with highlights is I feel like it doesn't give you that intensity of when it's a close game and both teams go 2 minutes without making a single shot, and then it comes
for
down
sure.
to whoever gets the next point is gonna have the momentum.
For sure, but if you're looking at viewership of the game, which is the business side of sports, is highlights gets
So many.
of course they're going to get more views, but the total highlights of the games nowadays on YouTube is getting way more views than actual viewers of the games now.
And Omar's killing it. You don't know who Omar is, do you?
I don't know who Omar is.
Omar is actually the social media manager, basically.
Oh.
ESPN. And he actually started, I don't know if you've probably seen him on House of Highlights. He has that YouTube channel.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
He started that and he got hired by ESPN. And now he's the one that basically produces all of the highlight for the games. And puts them
Okay.
out
I
after.
actually watch House of Highlights a lot.
Yeah,
so
he started that up a few years ago and he got hired by ESPN like a year ago. And
yeah,
he's
which
been-
is a
he's been
great
killing
thing
it.
because you're condensing a game that honestly these beginning of the season games super boring unless you're watching somebody that you just want to watch, like me for instance. I love LaMelo Ball just because everybody said he wasn't going to be that great, and that's somebody that I'm rooting for, and I would watch those games about the only games that I'm really looking forward to watching right now compared to watching a 12-minute game, but you're getting all the best and the worst of everything all in 12 minutes, which condenses down everything when you're on a busy schedule like I am.
Yeah. By the way, business-wise, Omar killed it on the fact of he went and found an area that ESPN, NBA wasn't covering, and he found a way to capitalize off of it.
100%.
So I have complete props to him. He's
And not only that, speaking of those kind of things, is regular TV is going away. Yeah, I mean, you look at the viewerships and stuff, and I don't want to go too deep into everything, but YouTube people are absolutely killing it when it comes down to it. You got guys that I've never heard of, and people on SportsCenter probably don't even know the names of, but every kid in America that's a sports fan, knows these guys and they're following them on social media, and it's becoming bigger and bigger.
Which honestly, I think Juju Smith-Schuster, I love him. I found him off of social media. I think he's gonna be like one of the big reasons of the pioneer of getting big off social media, then using that as leverage to go to a bigger team or better team. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Or bigger
100%.
contract.
But yeah, speaking of Juju's trying to get out of Pittsburgh,
Yeah, and he said he's gonna go to a bigger market.
which I understand why,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you're so big on social media already, it doesn't matter what team you're on.
Yeah.
He's already blown up. He's literally on every source. Every kid that watches the NFL knows him already. There's no need to go to a bigger team. That's just a cop-out.
Well, also, I think that he is a steal. I think that if you're a team and you can afford him, I think that he is worth the pick, especially if you're on a team that doesn't have the most fans. If you go there,
Yeah.
you're automatically getting a lot of fans that come with him because of all the stuff that he does outside of football.
Right, but the problem is it because of football? Or so are they going to transfer into football fans, or do they just not care? Because I know, me personally, there are some players out there that do social media and stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would still rather watch their social media than watch them play a game because they're not a superstar.
Yeah.
They're not a game changer. They're not a quarterback, so they don't affect it. Like me personally, I love Baker Mayfield. Don't care about his social media. Don't care about it. I love the Browns because they always sucked. And I mean, you can ask anybody. I'm an underdog person. I love the Browns, and I've been voting for them for 5 years now?
Probably.
And now I'm like, what's my team now? Who sucks? I'm about to become a Jets fan.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Giants.
No, I can't be a Giants fan. I'll be a Jets fan, though.
You'll be a Jets fan? I thought you were about to say somebody that hasn't made the playoffs in years and years. No,
Jets
somebody
haven't
that
made the playoffs since Rex Ryan.
Yeah, too long. I see we go back to basketball, by the way.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite upcoming players. Luka Doncic passed Michael Jordan on the all-time triple-double. He's out of shape?
He's selfish and he's out of shape. Not saying that I don't love him, because I do love the player. Absolutely love Luka. But he even said in a press conference that he was selfish. And he hasn't said that he's out of shape, but you can just tell. This man's not even running up and down the floor.
Well, I think that his body shape, the shape he is in, I think that gives him an advantage on the fact of people don't. The funny part is people still cover him like he is Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? They still
Well, if we're gonna come up with that cop out, let's just play defense in the NBA. How about that?
No, but I think that because nobody ever expects him to, but Luka Doncic, when he gets hot, I would say he's probably one of the most deadly players. Plus, he knows how to draw a foul.
But when he's cold, when he was against, it was one of the Ball brothers. I want to say it was the Hornets. They got beat by the Hornets, and he was just deadly cold, horrible.
Well, some players, it's
LaMelo Ball took full advantage of him.
Yeah, no, I think Luka is one of those players though that he needs Porzingis because
100%. You can't do it by yourself in this NBA.
Absolutely. People are you're creating super teams. You cannot win without a super team.
Nope,
you cannot
not at
win
all.
without a duo or a trio. And that's the thing though. Luka is one of those players that if he is cold, the Mavs are gonna suffer. But if Luka is hot, you cannot let him be free and not guarded, and then we are around the 3-point line or in, because he'll find a way to get the shot out. If not, if he doesn't make it, he'll get a foul off of it, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Oh, 100%. Well, I mean, you got to just look at a guy and it's a foul in this NBA. He looked at me. That's 2.
No, actually,
that's 2.
See the Bucks and the we'll talk about the Nets now. Do you see the Bucks and the Nets play?
Yeah, the Nets pulled it off. I mean,
by the way, that
James
was an
Harden
undeserved win.
James Harden, sadly, I wish he would have tried more in Houston.
Yeah.
And I think that's a double-edged sword. I mean, he did have a team. I don't think this year's team, no offense to John Wall, probably a great guy, blah, 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 blah. Would love to meet him maybe one day, sure.
Blah, blah,
but
blah, blah, blah.
absolutely would not have made that deal. was probably the worst deal of the season, I felt like.
Also,
And the
I
Nets
feel
picked
bad.
up James Harden and instantly became a contender again.
Also, I feel bad for him though, because like John Wall was like, okay, I'm gonna come. Like he was on board to come on play with James Harden. Then 9 games in, James Harden's like, I'm leaving. Then like right now, Rockets' hopes are basically in shambles.
Well, I mean, they got Victor Oladipo, which is good, but he's not James Harden.
But he's not gonna be there for 2 years. After his contract's up, he's likely going to Miami.
And that could be, but I don't know if Miami will take him just because they got enough people on that roster. If they can keep the cap down, they're going to be great for years.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Tyler Hero, you got
Duncan Robinson.
you got all the pieces around you to just transform into a great team and make another playoff run.
Yeah, okay, actually, I want to touch upon this real quick. I think the Miami Heat are a young Golden State Warriors team. That makes any sense. They
Very likely could be, as long as they can keep the cap down and they all don't want paid.
Yeah, well,
they could make that team work for years.
They have Bam, which is a great center. They have Jimmy Butler, which is a great facilitator. He knows how to get to the rim. They also have Duncan and Tyler Hero that both, if they keep on becoming better players, they're going to be amazing spot-up shooters. I think like in 3-4 years' time, I think the Heat are probably going to be one of the dominant teams that are going to be like the favorites to be in the Eastern Conference Finals or whatever.
Yeah, I'm taking them over the Pelicans, and I mean I've been a Pelicans fan for the past couple of years. Zion Williamson, absolute tank in the paint, but you gotta learn to shoot the 3-ball. Can't shoot the 3-ball.
You have to nowadays.
Can't shoot past 10 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
He can jump 10 feet.
That's about it. Okay, actually, last time we talked about the Nets real quick. Because Saturday, James Harden had his debut against the Orlando Magic. Beat them by 112. No, not by 112.
Yeah, 122 to 150.
Yeah. Which, in my opinion, is kind of unimpressive. They're supposed to be James Harden and Kevin Durant. But people are saying two of the most deadly scorers in the NBA. And they beat a team by 7 points that might make top 8 in the East.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's new. I don't think there's chemistry there. I think we need to give them a few games.
There is chemistry.
Let them.
KD and James teamed in OKC.
Yeah, but that's been what, 10 years now? 7 years?
Something getting close.
You realize how old they are actually now. These are veterans in the league. When they were in OKC, they were both very new to the league. Yeah. And could you imagine if they would have kept all three of them together?
I don't know. Wait. Who are the three you're talking about? Kevin Durant,
James Harden, and then Westbrook. Because Westbrook can be a true point guard, even though he can't shoot the three either. Dear God, don't let him shoot. James Harden can shoot.
Okay, actually, Westbrook does have a pretty decent mid-range.
Oh, that's cool. That still counts the same amount of points as a dunk.
No, because people give up it's either they're guarding you from the free throw line or they're guarding you out at the three. So if they're guarding at the free throw line, you have the space to dribble up and get an easy shot up. So, yeah.
Yeah, but the only time he scores and gets these triple doubles is when he's just scoring a bunch of 2-pointers, which is great, or drawing fouls, which is good. It's a great point guard move to draw the foul and go to the line, but Westbrook's a superstar, don't get me wrong, but he's not going to win a title.
I generally think that if Westbrook was put onto the correct team, like a team with honestly, I think
he needs to be the 3. He's not the 1. He's not the 2.
I think the one thing though, I think Westbrook, if he was put in the 90s, he would be such a dominant player.
Because they were more. Well, maybe he'd probably cry then.
No, because he's such a physical player. He's such an explosive player.
Well, yeah, but then he wouldn't make as many. He would not average as many points because he wouldn't get as many and ones. because they wouldn't call the fouls.
You have to realize I feel like half of his points minimal come from just like him exploding and going in for like an easy hook or a dunk.
For sure. I'll give you that.
I don't know. Quickly, Melo Ball on pace to win Rookie of the Year, statistically at least. And you're a fan, so go ahead.
And I'm not really somebody like I'll tell you whether they suck or they're actually good. And I've been a fan of Melo Ball since everybody doubted him. As soon as somebody doubts somebody, like
You're on that band.
I'm on.
You're on the wagon.
Like, if they're actually good, like I'll root for them. And Melo's got plenty of talent, more talent than I think people understood
Give him.
a year and a half ago, and everybody said that he wasn't going to be a top draft pick. And he's got the length. He's played a lot more defense this year, which has shown. He's coming off the bench. I think it's going to be a lot different when he takes somebody's spot on the starting position. I mean, you're the number 3 overall pick. When do you start? Because he's been getting a lot more minutes.
To be fair, James Wiseman started this year.
Oh, interesting.
You didn't see that?
I did not. I don't watch Golden State.
I have to.
But I mean, Melo Ball has the potential to be very, very good and actually build a franchise around him. They got some great players around him. Gordon Hayward, absolutely phenomenal. I thought that was going to be the worst pickup of the year. And turns out, he's back.
Impressive. He's been impressive.
He's back. They took him out of Boston. He's got something to prove now, it's like. He's back.
I feel like Gordon... I think I just said Gordon on accident. Gordon Hayward has a chip on his shoulder that people don't see. I think it was from all the trash talk from Boston. And people saying that he doesn't deserve the salary. I think this year he's like saying, like, personally, like I do reason I'm getting paid this much money.
But he's also the number 1 guy here. He wasn't the number 1 guy in Boston when you have Jason Hayward, Jaylen Brown, the guy from Charlotte, Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably the number 3 out of those 4. So he's not getting the touches. He's not getting the shots. He was a role player at that point.
Yeah. But I think this year he's reminded us that if he wants to be, he can be that all-star. He can be that player that they give the ball to him, like, go ham.
Absolutely. Now they need him to stay healthy.
Yeah. Okay, see, Charlotte, I hope them the best. But I think the real test comes down to not if he can perform, but if he can just stay playing all throughout the season.
Yeah. And can we get to the playoffs? I'm not talking about winning a championship right now because there's no way.
There's no.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If they do, awesome. Good job, MJ. You finally quit being a sucky owner. Great player, sucky owner. I think he finally got a new general manager. Props to him.
I was gonna say,
got to make the playoffs.
Okay, I think the reason that they don't have what it takes to win, okay, right now is because of experience. Mel's a rookie. He's never been on a court.
Yeah, but they got a couple of guys that are 3-point makers, that are older, that are absolutely. I mean, they're causing terror right now.
Yes, I know, but if Melo is starting,
I think even with him starting, I think the difference is right now is that nobody else is playing defense in the league. Because let's be honest, it's the beginning of the season, and they are.
They're not the only team.
Well,
I know for a fact, Jaylen Brown plays. Not Jaylen. No.
It's Boston.
Yeah, one player in Boston. Who is it? Somebody on the.
There's a couple of players in the league that play defense. Giannis.
No, not Giannis. It's somebody else. I forget. I can't think of his name.
But there's a couple of players that play defense year round, but most of the league's not. Which, I mean, as long as you can beat one guy, all of a sudden you're at the hole.
Yeah. Also, I don't like one thing about playing defense, though. I don't like playing defense just for the stats to get, like, an award.
Yeah, but I don't think Melo Ball is playing defense because of that. Yeah. I think he's more playing it because everybody said he didn't play defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's got to earn his starting position still. They still haven't given it to him.
Yeah. Well, also, I thought he was going to start the other night, but he ended up not. It's unfortunate.
I think since we didn't have summer league and everything, he's going through a whole trial period.
Yeah. Summer League is where the Lakers found Crusoe.
I can believe that.
That's where he came from.
Still not a Lakers fan.
I
Got rid of Lonzo Ball. Forget about it.
to be fair, that's probably the best trade that they've ever made. Getting Anthony Davis from that trade.
Yeah, but I think the Pelicans still would have done it without Lonzo Ball.
Do you think?
And I think if you would keep Lonzo Ball there with those two, because I think Lonzo Ball is better than Kuzma, other than he doesn't stay healthy. But then again, I can't believe they signed Kuzma to an extension.
Actually, no, Kuzma. You haven't watched them recently. But Kuzma has
I watched
stepped
him
up
last
big.
year.
Kuzma has stepped up big this year.
I watched him last year.
You can tell Kuzma has stepped up. He's getting more rebounds than he has ever gotten. He's almost like.
What's he do? Got an incentive in his bonus thing for if he
There
gets more
has to be.
rebounds?
But I do think that him and LeBron talked about it because LeBron did put out a thing where it's like somebody tweeted out asking who do you think's gonna be the most improved player this year, and LeBron was like Kuz. And I don't know. I think Kuzma wants a starting spot, and I think he's trying to fight to stop being that sixth man to become that.
Well, he's still got more to prove.
Oh yeah, I don't think he'll be a starter if that's what he's going for until like later in the season.
I'm taking Caldwell Pope over him. Caldwell Pop. Give me a pop. No, Caldwell Pope every day over him. He can shoot better. And the NBA is about scoring.
Absolutely. Okay, you ready to go to the NFL?
Yeah.
Which maybe we'll come back if we have time for the whole other thing. But because I think that's a whole discussion with you. Let's say we go straight into the Kansas versus Cleveland game.
By the way, what you're skipping over could be the best team in the league.
They could be.
Yeah. By the way, it's 76ers for everybody.
Yeah. Ben Simmons and stuff.
But okay, the NFL, Kansas City versus Cleveland. Did you actually watch the game?
I watched. Everybody thought it was over. They had a chance. Cleveland had a chance to come back and threw it away. They had them against their own touchdown and threw it all away.
Yeah. And again, Kansas City's very, very high powered. I mean, they can just score whenever they need to. And you saw that whenever they had to. They even with a backup quarterback went in there. And they just got too many weapons on the outsides. And they got a great running back. I mean, let's be honest. When they want to move the chains, they move the chains.
I also think that their offensive coordinator did a great job of putting in plays that let Mahomes read the defense to get those.
Well, that and then look, when the backup came in, you can tell the playbook changed.
Yeah.
There wasn't near as much. There's a few audibles and a few motions and stuff like that.
They weren't,
but there
around.
wasn't. Yeah, there wasn't the insane play change, which I think brings a whole dynamic. And nobody's seen this guy play. I've said this before about quarterbacks. When nobody's seen them play, it's like these quarterbacks come in and they light the world on fire until they get 4 or 5 games with a tape on them. And then all of a sudden, these great quarterbacks go to, oh, well, they're really not that great because they have tendencies in their game and people watch the film. And then all of a sudden now they know that player.
Yeah, which I feel like, especially with like defensive coordinators, they're so good nowadays that like they can tell like a middle linebacker if he opens up so far to the right side, just know that it's a fake to get people's attention to the right side of the field. He's gonna throw to his tight end to the left, like just like the small things.
Yeah, but I'll say that he did a very good job, that quarterback, of coming in and looking off defenses. He did an amazing job, which I mean, he's a pro quarterback. He should.
He's getting paid $1 million.
Yeah, he's a backup quarterback, so probably not. He's probably getting the league minimum or something. But with that being said, I mean, there was some defensive schemes there that were great by Cleveland, and they just extended plays. And that's the problem with Mahomes and why Mahomes is so good is because not only is he like Lamar Jackson, where extending the play, but he's also great in the pocket. And when you combine those, and that's why I think the Ravens have been lackluster this year, is because he's only good when he's out of the pocket. As soon as they keep him contained in the pocket, Lamar Jackson's not an A-plus quarterback.
Dude, I've been trying to say this for so long, which is the Ravens are a one-trick pony. You take away
I'm not bought in
legs.
on the Ravens.
I hate Lamar Jackson. No,
I don't hate him. I think he's a great player. I'm just not
saying
bought
you do.
in on
I'm
him.
saying I do. No, dude, like Bills did the perfect defense on him. They stuck him in the pocket. They took away his legs,
For sure.
and they made him throw the ball. And they couldn't. Statistically, he was like less than 10% throwing past 25 yards.
Problem is like every game is the game was won on 1 to 2 big plays.
Yeah.
And the interception that was ran all the way back for a touchdown was the dagger.
Yeah.
I mean, I never even heard of the guy before.
Oh wait,
and now all of a sudden he's on. And now all of a sudden he's on Sports Center for freaking 3 hours.
Wait, you've seen Johnson before?
I don't know.
He's the guy that was in the combine, and he did like the passing drill. Like you catch one on the right, catch one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Forward. He's the guy that looked the wrong way and got hit in the back of the head.
Oh, I have seen him.
That's who that is. And
Okay,
somebody made a video actually right after the game, like literally 2 hours later, saying everybody laughed at him when this happened. And just look at him now when he's running it back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. But yeah, I think Mahomes plays this week.
You think Mahomes plays?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that really big of a hit or anything. I mean, it looked like he got his hand stuck in there, and that's what caused something there. And I don't think, he's back this week.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
It's the playoffs.
He looked a little bit like you. You got your concussion, getting up, just stumbling a little bit. Didn't know everything that was going on.
And concussions are like something that will affect you the rest of your life. I mean, I've had quite a few of them now. And I mean, like I still wake up with headaches. So I mean, I hope Mahomes is healthy and everything. He's got the best training staff in the world, pretty much. So, but he's gonna play this week.
You think so? Well, I think if he doesn't, I don't see Kansas beating Bills.
It's gonna be hard either way because Bills play defense and they have a very strong defense.
Yeah. One thing I do want to point out about the whole Kansas game is, I don't even know if you know this about me. I like statistics.
I love statistics.
I think everybody should love statistics. They show you things that people don't want you to see. So I'm
not saying statistics are everything in the game of football or any sport, but they do play a role in it.
Yeah. So I was gonna say is statistically, Kansas should have won by a lot more. But like
backup quarterback.
Well, statistically, there was like a lack of efficiency. Like even before that.
Yeah, but I think it's playoffs. I mean, again, there's a lot more riding on it. Guys try just that extra a little bit harder.
Absolutely.
And the Browns had momentum.
I guess. Just one way to put it.
They were being doubted all week.
Yeah. Dude, it was so weird. It was like, I legitimately thought if Kansas got held back by their touchdown and had to punt the ball, I think Browns could have won. And to be fair, if that helmet-on-helmet collision did not happen, I think Kansas.
It gives them a chance.
I think Kansas have a good chance of losing.
I mean, yeah, but it all comes back on Cleveland's offense. Do they have enough to get in the end zone? I mean, that's what it's all about. You're given the chance. So I'm not going to say that they were going to win because Kansas City, their defense shows up when they need to.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not the best defense in the world. I love Tyrann Mathieu, great cornerback and safety. But yeah, they show up when they need to. So I'm not saying that they win that game.
I think saying that they win it is a little bit excessive, especially with a team like Kansas. But I do think it gives them a lot better of a chance. I feel like the odds for them boost a lot. If that head-on-head doesn't go through. So, next is a game that I watched every little second of. Bucks versus Saints. In my opinion, the slowest beginning of a game I've ever seen by one team.
I don't know if you've watched the Saints this year, but my dog just went nuts. because my girlfriend just got home.
Big Saints fan.
I'm a big Saints fan. But Drew Brees can't throw the ball over 15 yards.
I don't know. Well, he
I mean, I love Drew Brees. He's a Purdue graduate, great guy. Obviously, the savior of New Orleans. But for crying out loud, my guy, you got to be able to throw it over 15 yards accurately. I mean, his arm's like a noodle. I mean,
it sucks though because apparently he is retiring this year. And
New Orleans I mean, we've been saying that for the past 2 years.
Yeah, but New Orleans the Saints are actually taking steps to replace him. So that's looking.
But I mean, I'm hoping. God, what's his name? The backup. As long as it's not Winston, they're okay. This guy and his like W things, like he's eating a W. That's the dumbest thing in the world.
I don't know. I don't know where he got that from.
I don't know, but
Atlanta.
I mean, you are a professional athlete. Could you act like it?
No, it's the NFL.
I mean, don't act like a complete idiot, especially not on live TV where we all gonna make fun of you.
Dude, doing practice when he
stared at the camera.
Yeah, but by the way, Saints had. By the way, I don't want to see Drew Brees go out like this, but he had 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions. You cannot have that. If you're playing in the playoffs, you cannot have 3 turnovers.
No, and I think that's been the problem for every NFL team this year is too many turnovers. But I do think 3 turnovers way too many, and you just can't give that many turnovers against Tom Brady. As much as I don't like the guy, because I'm a Colts fan, or used to be a Colts fan and a Manning fan.
Change it up real quick.
Not really even. Colts fan. Yeah, I was a Manning fan. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't give Tom Brady that much time. He's got too many weapons. Mike Evans, Antonio Brown over there.
Fournette.
You just can't. Yeah, Leonard Fournette, which hasn't been impressive this year. You just can't do it.
I think Fournette has. I think he stepped up when he absolutely has to.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a real quarterback this year. If anybody remembers that post on social media. But yeah, I mean, just not impressive. I don't think the Bucs win at all. I don't think they can beat Kansas City at all.
Well, I don't know.
And by the way, the Saints wide receiver, their go-to guy, come on, get in the game. Get open.
I thought you were talking about the guy that fumbled it, like running up the middle. In the middle of the hit, the ball just slipped right down, and the Bucs are like, "I'll take it."
I can't even remember his name.
That's how. That's
big dude, number 1 wide receiver he's well paid. Like, get open.
You get paid how much to sit there and let them guard you? No.
And if you can't get open, draw 2 players so somebody else can get open.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, back to statistics. Statistically, this game was super close. I don't know if you've seen it, but like the number of first downs.
But it wasn't a good game. I felt like the Bucs ran the game.
Okay, the first quarter or 2, the Saints ran the game.
Yeah, but they didn't put the dagger in, and like we've been saying for years, is if you don't put the dagger in Tom Brady,
he's gonna come back.
Yeah, it's literally the Patriot. If you let them hang around so long, they win.
We all remember Atlanta.
And, oh God,
the best comeback of NFL history.
We thought the dagger was in.
Everybody thought it was over before halftime. And guess what? They scored another one after halftime.
Yeah.
Then what happened? 2 touchdowns, an onside kick went their way.
Everything went their way.
Everything was like, we're not winning. We're not losing this game. And
we're screwed.
Yeah. I think we should talk a little bit about predictions.
Okay. I got about 2 minutes before she kills me.
Bills and Chiefs.
I'm going. I picked the Bills at work.
You picked the Bills at work, but you're gonna pick the Chiefs here?
I picked the Bills because I don't think the Chiefs can go. I don't think the Chiefs can win it 2 years in a row. It's just hard statistically.
Yeah.
Even though they are picked to win it all again, I'm going Bills.
I want to pick Chiefs just to like offset you, but I have to pick Bills. I think that Josh Allen.
Great quarterback.
Yeah, I think
Great system. Great coach.
I don't know. I think Josh Allen has something planned for us this weekend against them.
Yep. And then Packers and Bucks. I'm going Packers. Aaron Rodgers, since he got rid of Danica Kirkpatrick on an absolute tear. Nobody can win with her in your corner. Ask the NASCAR people.
Okay.
You can't win with her. You gotta win without her.
Okay. Okay. By the way, I'm saying this for the fact of not because I'm a Brady fan, not because I'm a Gronk fan or an Antonio Brown fan, but because I think the Bucks have tasted victory and they want to. And I think that the Packers are going to lead the show until the fourth quarter. And if the Packers let the Bucks hang around the fourth quarter, the Bucks take it.
I'm getting my discount double check belt out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Aaron Rodgers. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers, and I think the Packers can win it all.
I think
If they stay healthy these next two games.
I think Aaron Rodgers has probably the best arm in the NFL.
To quote, what is this? Oh, man, what's his name? On ESPN. Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, I love him.
Aaron Rodgers is a bad man when he's on.
Yeah. I think the Packers and the Bucks game might be the best one to watch. Because you have two veterans that are absolute like people that when Aaron Rodgers has a chip on his shoulder, he can play like one of the greatest ever do it. But when Tom Brady has a chip on his shoulder, he can read. I feel like this might be the underdog matchup of the playoffs.
I hope the Bills win. I hope the Bills win it all. But I'm going Packers.
You hope they do, but I'm going Packers.
I hope the Bills do win it all, but I'm going Packers. Packers have been playing great. Their defense is great. Their offense is hitting. I mean, they got number 17. I don't know his name, but he's absolutely just killing it as a receiver.
Yeah. By the
number
way,
90.
Another thing is the reason I want to see the Bucks in the Super Bowl is you know how big of a punch in the face that would be to Bill Belichick.
See, I'm the opposite way. I'd rather have Bill Belichick.
That didn't make the playoffs.
I would rather see the Patriots win next year a complete title than watch Tom Brady win a title this year. I will let Cam Newton win a Super Bowl with the Patriots.
I would let Cam Newton win a. God, he is garbage.
Well, they had a lot of that's a totally different discussion, but they had a lot of players out and everything.
Maybe for next episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay.
That's first episode of Degenerate Sports. Amazing name, I have to say.
You're welcome.
I thought I was the one that came up with it.
I'm pretty sure I did. You had a couple of others.
I'm too lazy to go back and check it, so you can say anything you want.
Okay.
Okay. We will see you guys probably Friday, if I had to guess.
Okay.
So I'll see you guys. Well, we will see you guys next week. I'm on the level of the other
We'll see you guys on
podcast.
Friday.
Bye.